You can tell so much by a person just looking at their Instagram feed. Mine is filled with interior designs, but I really only follow 3 interior designers. I want to share those 3 interior designers with you and tell you why I follow them. I don't follow them to learn new tips or to get educated. I really go to YouTube for that. I follow these women for inspiration, a life that I want to jump into when I need a little escape from my own. So now if you are someone who your Instagram feed is all being served up interior designers, then I'm your girl and I want to hang out with you and tell you who I like, and I want to hear from you who you like and who is popping up on your Instagram feed and who am I missing out on. So let's get started. Okay, so the first Instagram account that I absolutely love, probably my favorite Instagram account. I feel so terrible saying I have a favorite, but Anne-Marie Barton, she is my favorite. She has Anne-Marie Barton Design out in Utah. She's incredible. I want you to leave this video and go hop onto her Instagram account because you will enjoy her so much. She's a very accomplished interior designer and she builds these stunning homes out in Utah in the mountains for these very high-end clients, and she curates all the pieces. So she's not someone that you're gonna go and know a paint color or get a link on. She's gonna take you into her beautiful worlds. She's gonna make you feel like you're a part of it, and she's gonna bring you around to these stunning homes and really just expand your horizons of what design could be with a lot of raw elements and textures in a very neutral color palette. She uses textures and natural elements to really bring depth into the space, and she does it like I've never seen anyone else. So Anne-Marie Barton is also on YouTube. Why I'm telling you to kind of go and search her out on YouTube is because she has been interior designer for so long that you can see how her style has changed throughout the years and how that she updates it and how she's grown into a whole different interior designer as she's gotten different experiences in different homes. And that is very cool for me to see. I love to see people succeed and grow and change. And actually watching her videos from then and from now have really kind of showed me how your style, your aesthetics are going to change right along with you. So I really highly recommend pulling her up on Instagram. Anne-Marie Barton, hands down, one of my all-time favorites. I switch people up, but she will always be in my Instagram feed for as long as she's putting out content because I just think that she's just an incredible interior designer. Next up is a very well-known interior designer. She really doesn't need a lot of introductory because everybody knows her. It's Amber Lewis. She has the most incredible and stunning interiors. She is a maverick when it comes to interior design because she is fully herself. And that's how she approaches her interiors. That's how she approaches her style. That's how she actually approaches her parenting. And I find her so inspirational because when I've heard her in interviews, that's what she also wants for creative people. She really truly wants everyone just to take their creativity on the inside and put it out on the outside and be the best version of themselves. And that comes really natural to her. I find that so inspiring to try to achieve. I second guess myself a lot in interior design. When I have her in my Instagram feed, it really reminds me you have to be the best version of yourself. And that's not Amber Lewis, that's actually me and who I want to take my creativity and take it from the inside and put it out in the outside to the world. And I want that for every single person to just really take all your creativity and show it to the world with wild abandonment, because I think that's really what she really strives for and stands for. So go down to her Instagram feed, put her right in there, be inspired to be the best version of yourself. The last person in my Instagram feed, come hell or high water, she's always in there, is McGee from Studio McGee. I also really love Sid McGee, and the reason why is they popped up in my Instagram feed and I've really loved following their journey. But the reason why I actually keep them in there because it reminds me to keep going if I feel insecure. You know, she told this one story about Sid McGee feeling really terrible after going to a trade show and feeling very out of place and angry and snubbed. And it just reminded me of my husband and I. And we used to have this tradition. For my birthday, we would get all dressed up and I would go down to Greenwich and Westport and the fancier part of Connecticut, and I would look at everything. And I would be all dressed up and super excited. And then my husband would watch me get snubbed over and over, and I would not care. I'd have a cheese and grin on my face and I loved it. And he just couldn't understand why I would put myself through being told I couldn't afford things. And I said, I just want to be a part of all these beautiful things and these interiors and this creativity. And not everyone is like that, but when your husband is watching you get snubbed by women who are telling you that you're not good enough, it is hard to swallow. So when I read that story about Sid getting upset, it really just reminded me of that time and knowing that it's not just me. And I felt a little less alone and a little less insecure. And it just reminded me that you can go all the way from A to Z and beyond. And I've really enjoyed watching them grow as a couple, as a family. But really also I admire the fact that when they were told to kind of be more like Chip and Joanna Gaines, they really just stay true to who they are. And it does remind me to just always be myself. You know, in a world where you think you live in Instagram and you live there, if we pull back all the layers, the most successful people are the ones that stay tried and true to themselves, and they're living out their lives through their highest creativity because they're not changing for anyone. And I encourage everybody to do that. I know that every day it's a challenge for me to do that, but having these three people in my Instagram feed, they inspire me to always stay true to who I am. Now, the reason why I'm actually doing this video is because I did a video on the 4 interior designers that I love the most learning from on YouTube. And it really opened up the conversation for other people to pop on and tell me who they liked. I have spent the last week enjoying getting to know other design buddies who also love interior design, and they get to share other people with me. And now I have even more people to learn from and follow. So I'm really hopeful that people will watch this and that they will share with me who they like, but not only who you follow on Instagram, but the why behind it. Because I think all these people that have this high success, they have a why behind them. They have this strong moral sense and compass that really drives success. And so I'm looking for your why. I told you why my 3 are here, and I'd love to know your why. And if you want to talk more design, please think about subscribing. It would mean so much to me. I'm looking for a bunch of design buddies who likes to talk about interior designs. Everyone else in my real life, they don't want to talk about interior design as much as I do. So I'm really hopeful to meet other people, to learn from you. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.